So somebody asked me to take a look at this muscle stimulator. This is one of these things that you plug electrodes in and it, stimulates a muscle or whatever in your arm. I've never used them. I don't know much about them. He gave me another one that I fixed about a month ago, and really the only problem was I'll show you. It wasn't. Here, I'll show you. Let me plug in this. So the other one, the USB port got yanked out, and obviously you couldn't charge it at that point, and the power button was a little weird. This one, he says, doesn't do anything. You put it won't charge, and it doesn't. Well, there you go. It turns on, of course. This one's working perfect. What's he talking about? Doesn't charge though, and I can feel that the really loose USB connection is really loose. So I fixed the other one. It was really easy. Let's see if this one just needs to be solder reflowed or the thing reconnected. Alright, now how did I get, you know what, you have to live. He's already told me this one's a parts unit. He told me to hang on to this, but I told him I could probably fix it. It's no big deal. He also told me, he's like, if you have to use duct tape to make the thing work, it's fine. I don't want to do that, obviously, but if there's a few little blemishes on it, he's not going to care too much. And the other one, I'm just trying to think if there was a better way. From what I remember, you have to lift up this plastic display laminate, and it's glued on. I'm trying to do it to not damage the case too much, even though he said he didn't care. I don't want to mess this thing up too much for him. And it probably would help if I heated this up a little bit, just to make the allow the glue to release a little bit. Alright, and turn the hot air all the way down. I don't want to melt anything. There's the greenness and see, like heat. And yes, when you're doing this on a phone or anything, you can use a suction cup. It helps. I tried it on the other one, and it did not work so well. Okay. Now what I want to do before I do anything is disconnect this battery. So let's take a look at the board first. It could definitely use a cleaning. It's got, he keeps it in his pocket, so obviously there's going to be some, lint and things like that. And just want to see if there's anything obvious. The main problem is going to be this, and I can feel it moving, and you can even see it. Now the nice thing about this is there's no data. It's just, where's it at? Here we go. You got this pin here and this pin, and that's it. These center pins are not even connected. these center pins here aren't even connected. It's just the outer side. And what you also have to do is make sure that the connector itself, the header itself, is actually soldered down. The shielding should be soldered down. So before I do anything, because I don't want to short anything out, I'm going to disconnect the battery. And then I'm just going to throw a little bit of tape over them so they don't short out. But apparently these things are dime a dozen. They don't, I don't know anything about them really. I mean, I've never used one, so I don't exactly fix them all. It's the first ones I've ever had to even look at. But he seems to like this one. He says it's got some settings that other ones don't have. And let's do this. Now, when I just so you'll know, when I record, this microscope has to go to an external monitor. I don't have an optical microscope, or whatever you want to call it, a real microscope. This is a camera, and it's got to go to an external monitor. And it's hard looking up when your hands are doing something under you. And it's very difficult to use this while I'm recording. And that is not making... Alright, let's try that again. That's not good. That whole inner piece is coming apart. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I was going to try and just kind of tack this on, but we're just going to take the whole damn thing off. Yes, I know I'm wicking with a conical. Get over it. Alright, so there's the new one. It just pops in place. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to scratch away some of this. Let's make sure first. Alright, so now this is ground and this is ground. So I just hold that down. I'm just going to clean up the power switch a little bit. He told me that the power switch had bad connection inside. The other one had problems with it as well, but you could barely even move the switch. It's because a bunch of lint, I think, got into it. And I just hit it with ISA and moved it back and forth a few times. It was fine. I don't want to get this thing too hot. There's the power switch. I'm just going to dab some alcohol in there and work it back and forth a few times. It's a really tiny switch. And like I said before, this is this guy's secondary unit or parts work. So now instead of a parts unit, it's just a backup unit. What's up with this? Terrible. Good enough. And then we can plug it in. So I guess this thing won't turn on if it's charging. Okay. Put it back. Actually, you know what? I know this is pretty filthy, but it's sticky, so there's really not much I'm going to be able to do. Honestly, it's nice to change the speed of the controller. Alright, it's working. Let's plug it in. It should shut off, apparently. And now it's charging. Turn it off, turn it back on. I don't really know. Alright, and I don't know how any of this stuff works. And it's not a touchscreen. It looks like it is, but it's not. So, looks like it's working. It's turning on. It's charging. I don't have any electrodes. I'm not plugging anything into it because I don't know anything about this other than it now turns on and charges. I mean, it turned on before. He said it didn't, but the power switch the way it was, it probably didn't turn on for him, and we just got lucky. Alright, so that's that. If you have any questions, obviously, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you. I haven't been posting a lot of videos on this channel because I've been working on my other channel, and because I really suck at narrating and doing this at the same time. And yeah, I'm working on that, but I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little out of practice. I do have a Techniques turntable that I have to fix. It needs to be recapped. At least I believe that's what the problem is. So that'll be up soon. I just got to order some new caps for it because I'm not just going to use used ones or cheap electrolytics. I'm going to order better caps for it. And I think I might also get some new potentiometers for it and just some other parts. So I got to get those parts, get them in, and then have time to actually sit down and do a video. So that'll be coming up somewhat soon. So that's that. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. And like I said before, I'll try to get back to you. All right, you have a good one. Bye-bye.